Hello again. I thought I'd do a quick roundup video of the best of the new castings of 2022 from Hot Wheels. I have to say this is purely my personal opinion. Everybody else will have their own thoughts and I'd like to hear them. That would be great. But this is 10 models. I've narrowed it down to 10 new castings across the Hot Wheels range, which I like best, basically. It's just purely my opinion, my choice. So what better way to start than with the Ford Sierra Cosworth? As you might know, I live in Essex, and of course a Sierra Cosworth is a dream car for an Essex boy, and it was so good to see Hot Wheels producing one. Very nice one, based on the mid-80s European touring car race model. Originally it came in black and red, same style tempo as Hot Wheels and Mattel sponsorship supposedly. I can't lay my hands on the black and red one I've got. I think it's hidden away somewhere and I can't find it in my vast collection. So I managed to find the blue and orange one, which I don't think is quite as nice, but it's still really good. So yeah, that's a beautiful model. I won't dwell too long on these cars because I'm sure you're all familiar with them. It's just a roundup of the year really. But yeah, that's a great one. I might add these are in no particular order. This is not a rundown of 10 to 1 or anything. It's just sort of as they come. So yeah, that's a great one. Very nice. Another one, I've actually got both versions of this released, which is the Porsche 911 GT3. I'll say GT2, nearly GT3. They did two colour schemes. The original release is this one in what is supposed to be Shark Blue, which is an official Porsche colour. Really beautiful model with the full tempo printing. You can see rear lights, license plates. The grille work or the vent work is picked out in black. Porsche badge there. Really nice. Headlights are part of the glazing unit. So black roof, black painted roof. And the second one is a sort of silk black. Not exactly matte black. You can see a slight reflection there. It's not matte, but it's not gloss either. It's sort of silk black. But that's very nice. You can see the tempo printing nicely on that one. Really beautiful model. Absolutely gorgeous. Hot Wheels have done themselves proud with this one. So good. Sure, there's a lot of fans out there for this one. This is an interesting car. This is the Liberty Walk Nissan Silvia S15 Silhouette. Now I've looked into this a little bit. This is a real car, and this is the actual colour scheme of the real car. They later released it in a reverse colour scheme of yellow with white flash, which I've actually got on my wall, so I've actually decided not to take that down to show you, but I'm sure you're familiar with it. This was the original version that came out. Really nice model, fantastic tempo printing on it. As I was saying, this is a real car that competed in the D1 Drift Championship in Japan. Apparently it's got a 1250 bhp engine under the bonnet, which is staggering, to be honest. I've seen it on YouTube kind of doing donuts and drifting. It's a pretty impressive car. Mini GT have made a version of it, which is beautiful. But I think looking at the Mini GT version, it makes you realise how good the Hot Wheels one is, because it's obviously not as good, but at a fraction of the cost, it's pretty decent. Very nice model. Really good. Hopefully that should appeal to all the JDM fans, like myself. Next up is a sort of throwback model. The Corvette Gasser 62, is it? I think a 62 Corvette Gasser. Now this reminds me very much of when they brought out the 55 Chevy Bel Air Gasser. And I remember seeing that for the first time thinking, wow, that is an amazing model. A sort of vintage dragster. And of course that 55 Chevy Bel Air Gasser model has gone on to be one of the most iconic and popular of all the Hot Wheels models. I collect all the castings myself. Not the expensive ones, of course, just the mainline ones. And I'm kind of hoping that this Corvette Gasser will go on to do similar things. It'll become an iconic model in its own rights, and there'll be umpteen versions of it. But I do like this one. I think the Mad Mouse name is hilarious. Always makes me, I don't know why, but it always makes me smile. But it's a great model, and I love it to bits. And well done for Hot Wheels for not forgetting their kind of roots, doing muscle cars and dragsters and hot rods. Really good. And please bring out more versions. I'm sure they will. Really good model. Love it. This is the only colour scheme. They only released this version so far. I'm sure it'll come out again, but this is the only version released in 2022. And keeping with the theme of sort of hot rods and muscle cars, this was the 2020 Legends Tour winner. This is, again, obviously a real car because it won the Hot Wheels Legends Tour competition. A heavily modified 1970 Pontiac Firebird. Beautiful model. It's really done the real car proud. Tampo printed rear lights and license plates. Side tampo printings. You rarely get side tampo printings and rear tampo printings, let alone front tampo printings. You've got some details there in the lights on a basic mainline Hot Wheels car. So yeah, they've done the guy who made this, whose name escapes me. I think it's called Star, because maybe we think of Ringo Starr, but I think it's called somebody Star, Kyle Starr or something. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, and if he's watching this, I apologise most profusely. But yes, that's a gorgeous model, and that was an early one from last year. I think that was possibly AK, so it's a great way to start the year. Lovely one. Well done, Hot Wheels. Now it's a couple of loose models, because the ones I've got in the packaging are on the wall, and I haven't got them down. So this is the Pagani Zonda R. Really nice model. Obviously Hot Wheels making the most of their Pagani license. Sorry, it's not quite as clear being out of the package as it would be in the package, but some great detail on this model. Really nice. Tampo printing on the side there with the Zonda R logo. Finished in a clever combination of matte black and or silk black and gloss black, with those nice gold wheels. Look great, and some tampo printing on the top there. That's the red, white and the green of the Italian flag. So that's a really good model. Of course, the Zonda was the very first car that Pagani ever made, and the Zonda R was the very last version of it they did, which was basically a stripped down track car. I think it was actually so loud, the exhaust was so loud in it that it actually wasn't road legal. But for those with the money, the very rich, they were able to buy it and have a blast around the track. So good luck to them. Gorgeous model. And another loose one, same story. I've got the model on the wall in its packaging, but I bought a second one to open up. Absolutely beautiful. Lamborghini, I don't know how you pronounce it. It's spelled S-I-A-N. I know that's Sian, which is a girl's name, a Welsh name, a Welsh girl's name. It could be Sian, but whatever it is, it's an absolutely beautiful model, gorgeous. And again, Hot Wheels have done such a good job with this. We've got some great detailing on it, tampo printing at the front, and there's really clever tampo printing at the back. All the details there, including a license plate there, we can see. Actually says Lamborghini Sian, so it's not actually a license plate, it's a name plate. But yeah, this is the signature colour as well, this sort of flat metallic olive green, light olive green really. This is what all the photographs online show of the model. But yeah, it's such a nice model, really, really good. And to think that Hot Wheels can make a model like this and put it in their mainline range, I mean, it beggars belief really. The actual value for money we're getting with these models in terms of detailing and, you know, just accuracy. Really good. Lovely model. Okay, now we're going to move on to some premium models. I didn't actually get that many new castings this year. Most of the ones I got seemed to be recolours, or I didn't actually have them originally, but they weren't new for 2022. But this one was, and I do really like it. Of course, the Toyota Celica GT4 from 1995 from the Mountain Drifters premium set, which my friend Adrian very kindly brought back from Los Angeles for me. So shout out to him. Cheers, mate. Not available in the UK, but a beautiful model. Really, really nice. They've done a great job with that. Nice tempo printing, as of course we've come to expect from all the premium models. And I think this is going to be featured in, or will be featured in, a 3-car set, 3-car and a transporter set, which we've yet to see, which I'm looking forward to. And I'm sure at some point it will make its way into the main line as well. But it looks very nice in this pale yellow. And of course, with all the premium models, the packaging is fantastic. So that's a very good one. Another very popular premium model, which of course I couldn't leave out, is this one, the Lamborghini Essenza SCV12 from the what was that set called now? The I forget what it's called now. Exotic NV2, of course. How can I forget that? Beautiful model. This one has been a sensation, I think it's fair to say. Everyone's been after it, and nobody's been disappointed, I don't think. I'd like to think, anyway. Really beautiful model, great packaging. And in fact, the whole set was a joy, to be honest. Very nice. I actually have an unpackaged one here, when I took out the packaging, which we can have a closer look at. That gorgeous Spectraflame green paintwork. All the detailing there, the 63. Really, really good model. Some rear detailing there, some lights. We can just make them out. And looks like sort of carbon fibre, I think, effect on it. Sorry, I'm trying to get the camera to focus up here. That's a bit better, a bit too close. But yeah, a beautiful model. I have actually done a video on this unboxed model, so if you want to see more of it, you can tune into that. Okay, and 10th and last model is in fact a team transport set. And of course, no prizes for guessing which one it is. Very hard to find, but well worth it. The Fleet Flyer with the LBER Super Silhouette Nissan Skyline. That apparently is the exterior of the Liberty Walk building in Tokyo, apparently. But yeah, great model. Obviously, we're not particularly interested in the transporter, although it's okay. But it's the model. This debuted in the Mountain Drifters set. Really gorgeous. These silhouette models, the same with the S15 Silvia silhouette, they are apparently an homage to the 1980s Nissan Skyline silhouette race car, which is very famous, the Tomica sponsored one, which I think Hot Wheels have actually done a version of, but you can check it out online. I think it's from about 1985, and it raced in a series which the cars were all called silhouettes because they had to represent at least a silhouette of a road car, because they had huge spoilers and aerofoils and things on them. And yeah, so Liberty Walk have been doing body kits to pay homage to that. And of course, what better car to put it on than a Nissan Skyline, of course. So, fabulous model. We can't see the front end very clearly because it's parked on the back of the truck, but it has got a huge snow shovel of a front spoiler there, front splitter. So yeah, great model. Good one to finish on. And if I'm pushed, it's probably my favourite of the year. So, ended up being last, and I have to say it's my favourite model from 2022. So there we have it. That's my little roundup. Hope you enjoyed it. Please leave any comments and anything you want to add. And have a great Christmas and all the best for the new year. And of course, as always, happy hunting.